Have you ever wondered why the same thing can feel priceless in one place and ordinary in another? Let's explore how context shapes our perception of value in surprising ways. Welcome to Minutes Mastery series by 3T. Today we shall understand context-dependent perception, the idea that our surroundings and mindset can dramatically shape our perception of value and experience. Let me share a social experiment conducted in 2007 featuring the famous violinist Joshua Bell. This experiment conducted by the Washington Post showed how deeply our perception of value is tied to the context. Bell, who sells out concert halls around the world, played his $3.5 million Stradivarius violin in a busy Washington DC metro station during the rush hour. 2 days earlier, he performed to a packed crowd where tickets cost over $100 each. But in the subway, only 7 out of more than 1,000 people stopped to listen, and he earned just $32 in tips. Here, a world-class musician was ignored, all because of the context. This concept applies everywhere in life. Why do people pay over $800 per night to stay at the Atlantis resort in Dubai instead of an affordable Airbnb? Or why would someone spend rupees 15,000 on a fine dining meal at India's most expensive restaurant when the same dish might be available at a roadside dhaba for rupees 150? It's all about the experience. At Atlantis, you get luxury views of the sea, water parks, and more. At a fine dining restaurant, it's the ambience, service, presentation, and exclusivity that make it worth the price. Or consider travel by the Palace on Wheels, where a journey can cost over rupees 5 lakhs. People are willing to pay that for an opulent royal train experience, which is far different from what you'd get on a regular train with a rupees 500 ticket. These luxuries appeal not just because of the product or service itself, but because of the environment, the exclusivity, and the story behind it. This is what we call context-dependent perception. Our surroundings influence how we interpret value. Philosopher Alan Watts said, "The world is filled with beauty, but sometimes our minds are too full to notice." We associate value with setting, often paying more when the context elevates the experience. Research even shows that nearly 55% of our first impressions are influenced by non-verbal cues like ambience and presentation, not substance. So what's the takeaway? Sometimes the surroundings and presentation shape our experience as much as the experience itself. Recognizing this can help us appreciate what's around us and make us mindful of how context shapes our choices. Keep watching Minutes Mastery for such interesting insights.